Okay, is it picking up my voice? That's what I gotta find out right now, if it's picking my voice or not. So you hear an echo for a little bit, sorry. Okay, is it picking up my voice? That's what I gotta find out right now, if it's We got that answer. I'm gonna go back to mute while I get everything set up. Okay. I think I have everything ready now, to where I can actually start. Alrighty. I know some of the people that were in my stream earlier were only there to watch me play a certain video game. Now I'm not playing that video game, now I'm actually live streaming something of actual merit. Okay. Hello everybody. Yeah, I haven't done a serious talk like this in a long time. I think we need to have a talk, in all honesty, about just how I've been feeling. Am I able to be heard alright? I'm gonna go ahead and check myself. Yeah, I can hear myself alright. Answer that question. But we need to talk about what's been going on with our piece. Why I haven't posted. Why it's been so stretched out. Why I haven't had stuff to upload. Why I have like a project I've canceled and something else I've replaced it. And why there was like a 3-month gap with no recordings. So I have a lot to talk about. But right now, I need to pull up a parkour and get to that. Hold on. Okay. So let's talk. Let's talk. What I've been doing. I think the best thing I can say is that I've been working on RPs, but I have not gotten as much work as I've wanted to do. So, as an example, the last actual RP video I've recorded that is up on the channel is Night 4 of FNAF 7. I've recorded newer stuff recently, but I haven't gotten probably about as much as I may have wanted done, and I guess I don't really sound fully, like, up to this. There's not that much I need to explain to people. I just had life. Life's just been a situation last while. And I haven't had as much time with working on roleplays like I've wanted to. I want to record more series, I want to work on more projects, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, I have so much I want to do, and I'm overwhelming myself, and I need to, like, take a chill pill a little bit on the new projects and stuff. So, there's a project I think a lot of people are wondering about. Like, what's going on with Tales from Academy? It's been canceled. I don't think there's anything I can do with that at this point, due to the situation going on with an actor who had to drop the role because of being overwhelmed with other projects. But let's ignore some of that. And I'm noticing how it seems a horrible idea. Let's just go hang out in the Bedwars lobby. So, to help everybody understand what's been going on, I don't know, I'm getting random invites from people. That made no sense. I don't know who that is. Probably somebody gonna try to hack me. Good. It is just stressful. Doing Minecraft roleplays, if I ever at all thought it was easy, it's not. And the also situation, I wanted to be at 1K by the end of last year, and as everybody can see, that didn't happen. We got close to the marker, but we didn't make it. And that's just life, like, just part of it. I enjoy making Minecraft roleplays. I wouldn't at all, I have not even thought about quitting. I have yet to think that. I just enjoy the enjoyment of working on them. I will get to that, don't worry. I need to focus on what I'm trying to get out now, and then I can explain that at the end. But a lot of the stuff I need to discuss, I need to start with Friday the 13th, because that's been a big concern with people. I haven't uploaded since September, and I did state that I'm working on episode 2, and a lot of people are pretty hyped for it. They've seen a couple images from it, really hyped for it. I don't think it's going to be as good as I was hoping. It's having a lot more work put into it. I'm waiting right now for 2 voice lines, and a person that quit threw a character right now under the bus, and I have to fight recasting. So until I have that done, it might release by the end of this month. It might not. I'm hoping to release it at the latest the first week of February, right before we release the Williams High remake, or start releasing that. And that's just how this is working. Now, I'll go ahead and discuss 90 Day in Season 2 since I was asked. Yes, it's getting a Season 2. I think everybody knew that. Whether it's going to be, I think it's going to be the summer is the plan to release it. But I have no guarantees on that yet, because the 2 directors and I have to discuss things and discuss our plans for the story going forward, and how to take the series after that first season. It did really good for its first season, so it deserves Season 2, and we're going to work on making the Season 2 the best it can be. The Williams High remake, I know a lot of people wondering about that, because I just announced out of nowhere. We have 4 episodes done so far. The first episode, regardless, is releasing on the 12th of February. That's happening 100% for sure. And episode 2 and 3 will release that next week on Monday and Friday. And after that, I don't know when the release dates will be for the other episodes, but the first 3 episodes, which pretty well stay true to the original story, with some changes, obviously. Pretty much staying as close to the rough ideas as they can from the major stories, the major plot points, with some changes. The first episode is pretty short. The second and third episodes are decently long, so understand that the first 3 episodes are going to be pretty long. After that, I don't know how the story is going to go after that, as now we have to start trying to pull new ideas and trying to take the story out a different direction than the original went, because the original Williams High is a hot mess, and I think everybody can agree it's garbage. FNAF 7. Day 5 is done. I need to just edit it and post it. That's the last one we have recorded so far. We have 3 episodes left to record. Night 5, Day 6, and Night 6, and then we're done. FNAF 7 will be over. And the FNAF story pretty much will be over. We'll be able to move on to other things. We won't have to focus on this long FNAF story. In all honesty, wanting to pop this live stream just off the fly today wasn't probably a good idea, but I need to update everybody. Some other news I will discuss, what's going on with Project 25. All I can say is we have the first episode recorded pretty much. I still cannot reveal what the project actually is going to be called, and whether it's connected to anything we've done in the past, until you guys see the entire revealed trailer thumbnail from that little thing on the community posts I've been doing once a week. When that is fully revealed, then yeah, I can really reveal when the first episode will release, but all I can say is we have 1 episode done, that's it. And that's just part of it. all we got done. This is one episode. Other projects that have been discussed in the past that I still have yet what's going on with it. The Galaxy series. I don't know when we're doing that. There's no if. We are going to do it at some point. Whether it's going to be the end of this year, whether it's going to be next year, whether it's going to be 5 years from now, we're going to do it eventually. The Medieval project, which was titled Legend of Zelda, but it's not going to be The Legend of Zelda. I pretty well confirmed it's not going to be that. The Medieval project, I don't know when I'm going to do that. But that's also going to be about the same kind of work as Galaxy is going to have, so it's going to be pushed back even further. And it's one of the first things I announced back in 2020 when I started the channel. It was a project I wanted to work on back then. I just never ended up getting it done. But the bright side I can say about a lot of these projects is that the future looks bright for the channel. I have no signs of wanting to quit. And I for sure want to finish the FNAF story soon. Get Friday the 13th, start getting it out more. Because now I'm basically going to have to take over all the directing duties, which I can do. I know how I want to take the series anyway, and I think I'd be the most suitable person to take that series and finish it. I may not have 13 episodes for it. I may shorten it by a couple, just so I don't have to have any filler at all. But I can't wait to get to recording those. Any other projects that I have in the works that I can talk about? Okay, so if Blink was a yandere, I have been asked about this. With how part 2 of If Things Were Different ended, people were confused why it ended just so absurdly, like how it did. I can't say too much about what that was enticing, like in explaining and all that, but the story is not over yet. I think I have one more chapter left of the story of the If Blink Was a Yandere franchise. One more chapter, I think, and I think I can complete that. There is a FNAF spin-off I want to do later this year, which will be very short and will be very simple. It's not going to be anything big, but it's not really going to be that important to the story. Like, it's not going to be it'll be canon, but it's not going to be with the same characters or anything. It's going to be like off of one of the other, like, fan games, basically. And I kind of wanted to do a project like this for a while. And I've been asked about my favorite project I've worked on, and I've said the same thing. Yandere Afterlife has been my favorite project I've worked on. That and FNAF 7. I've loved the heck out of those two. And I stand by that still. The entertainment value of FNAF 7 is there. Having people that basically sound almost identical to the actual animatronics from the actual game adds to the enjoyment of that series. And with how close I am to ending it, it's gonna be sad. When Yandere Afterlife's final filming for the final episode was also there, there was some emotion from me. And Pixel and Sly and Day and all the people that worked on, because they had been involved with not only Pixel being involved from the beginning of that franchise, but Day being involved from pretty much almost halfway through, and then the entirety of the second season, and Sly being important the entire second season. A lot of us got emotional after finishing that series up. And there's no way we're going to be able to recaptivate the enjoyment, the entertainment value, and the fun, because we all have lives, we all do our own things now. Other than Sly doing his own stuff and Pixel kind of coming back, but he's mainly focusing on one project at a time, I'm the big one out of the group that's still fighting strong, wanting to release multiple projects and work on multiple around the same time. and still release improv because I love doing improv. But I've slowly seen that the future of improv for me will continue, but others, it may not. Like, I don't know how long we're still going to have Pixel before he goes again. I don't know how long Sly is going to be doing his... It sounds like for a while, and I hope it's for a while. He's good at what he does. I don't know how long we're going to have, like I've said, me be as active as I am. This silence I've had for months, not saying too much of like what's actually been going on and why I haven't, is I've just been busy. That's the best way to put it. School, life, wanting to go to sports games for my school. It's just a lot of things have come over, and it's like I wanted to go do these things. I've never had like a quit. Like, I've never retired and then came back. I haven't had that happen. I have no plans of that happening. I've pretty well been like, if I decide to retire from Minecraft Roleplays, I'm going to retire from Minecraft Roleplays. I'm not going to just quit and then come back. If I decide to quit, I'm done. I won't. I'd work with other people, but I wouldn't, if I decide to quit one of these days, continue on my own. But, so people aren't worried, I have no plans of that anytime soon. I'm enjoying what I've been making the last while. I've enjoyed projects like Night of the Undead, FNAF 7, Friday the 13th. I've enjoyed what I have filmed with that. It's been enjoyable. The Williams High remake has brought me so much nostalgia back from 2020 when I started making roleplays, when I loved it. And it's meant a lot to me, wanting to make that remake really good. And wanting to fix the mistakes that the original Williams High had. Number one, the length of it wasn't supposed to only be 17 episodes. It was supposed to be much more. And I have the plan to continue this remake to past 20 episodes as my goal. To fully captivate the story I wanted to do with the original. And just make the alterations that I have to make now to help fix the mistakes that the original series had. I can't confirm everything about the Williams High remake, other than we have new skins for most of the characters, new actors, so a lot of the actors are going to sound different. I'm going to get a trailer out for that, I think, by the end of next week. I want to get a trailer for the Williams High remake out. I think it's going to mean a lot to people. But the nostalgia value I've felt with working on the Williams High remake has meant a lot to me. I get to look back at just how 2020 went and just realize, hey, I now have a chance to make the final of the original 3 projects and better it. Revival was the first one I did, trying to do a remake, and it shot up, and it did really good. The remake of the Minecraft FNAF series, my first ever Minecraft FNAF series, period, and I made it so much better. The factory remake did not turn out as well as I had hoped. That's why it only has 1 video and has yet to have a single ounce of it recorded for another episode. Because I haven't decided whether I really want to take the time to finish it. Especially the way I was going to go with it being fully cinematic, pretty much. I don't think that if I'm going to continue it, I'm going to do that ever again. I think I've learned cinematic and me don't mix. If I want to do blockbuster and voice lines, it's going to be so tough to do it extensively. The way I'm doing Friday the 13th is a mix of it, but mainly more improv than anything, because I don't want to run into this situation where I gotta find a perfect spot to put in voice lines, or I have to sit here for weeks on end waiting for voice lines from people. It's rough. To say the least, it's rough. Being a Minecraft role player is rough. And I only have, 40 people in my back pocket to work with me, and that's pretty much it. And even are all 40 of those available? No. Like, maybe 25 of them, maybe. Normally about probably 15 are more likely available most of the time. You've had Night and a bunch of stuff recently. Welcome to the stream, Night. You've had people like Elaine and Nina and Emerald and almost every newer project. Acela Rivera have been in almost everything now. You get new people that just strive with their voice acting, and you want them in every project. And then you have people that have good acting, but because of their availability can't be in everything. Like, I would love to have Sly in everything if I could, but his availability is so limited that getting him just to be available for one project, like the last episode of Night of the Undead, was tough, to say the least, of him having availability. We had to reschedule it 3 times because of availability, and it's fine. Like, I'm used to availability struggles, because mine was like that for a while. Mine's still kind of like that, but I won't have sports to worry about after this year. And I won't have the same kind of work hours, a questionable work schedule I've had the last while. And I won't have FNAF, where the super absolutely required people have to be there every single time. If I can't get them all there, it's really stressful to record it. And I want to record more of the FNAF franchise, but I think my ability to make more and more FNAF and stretching that story is not going to be there. Like I've been asked before, am I going to do an Into the Pit series? No, I will not be doing that. Will I be doing something? Yeah, Knight, you kind of popped in a little late to ask that question. I'll answer it again in a second. I just want to get my words out. I won't do an Into the Pit series. I won't do a series based off the Joy Creation, FNAF 6, and like my FNAF series had the Igniteds in it anyway, just for extra story pieces and interesting models. And I will not be doing, what's it called? Oh, I will not be doing anything off of any of these other really good fan games like Treasure Island and Rachel's and stuff like that. The only one I actually considered is Candies, and that's it. Most of these other fan games, I don't think I can make a series that'd be good to revolve around the game. As I'm just the person that runs the channel at this point. Like just look at me. That's all I do. I run the channel, I come up with the projects, and that's really it. Favorite RPs, like I've said, the favorite one I've ever done, still to this day, is Yandere Afterlife. The emotion I felt when that series came to a close, and Pixel felt, and Dave felt, and Sly felt, pretty much everybody felt. It was rough for all of us for a while. That series was really hard to end once we finally got everything ready to finish it off. A lot of people were confused why I'd kill myself off, because I think it was the right decision. The best way to complete a story is telling the main character and having his story be over was the best way. We did the 2 little features, and I think that expanded some of the story that was left after my death, and that was the best thing I think we could have done. The only project we released since then that's come anywhere close to those numbers has been Night of the Undead. In all honesty, Night of the Undead's the only one that's come really close to the total numbers that Afterlife has had. Afterlife is still the most viewed series on the channel by a long shot. And I don't think we're going to have anything ever come close to beat it for a long time. I think Afterlife is going to keep its high popularity, and that's going to be permanent, and I don't think it's ever going to change for that. I have so many projects I want to do. Little videos, just small things. I have hundreds of ideas in my head, but I never can really transverse them into an idea. That's the problem. I've come up with hundreds and hundreds of ideas. Will I do a project that's not MC? I don't think so. Like, if I can have the money in the future, I might do like an actual movie, like a live action, but I have to have money for that. And this channel doesn't bring enough for me to probably ever have the finances to ever pull a risk like that. And I don't think I'd be able to make a movie, period. With how I run things, I don't think I can make a successful movie anyway. Animation, I don't think I could really find somebody or be able to figure out how to animate myself. I think, for me, Minecraft roleplays are really the only storytelling I can do. I don't like reading, so I'd probably never write a book. I'd probably never make a movie or an actual TV show. Minecraft roleplays are simple to make stories, and I enjoy making them. I enjoy entertaining hundreds of people, in some cases thousands of people. I enjoy entertaining people. And I think people can agree, not every project I make is good, and not every project I make is actually even watchable. But other than some hits and misses, I enjoy the projects I make. I enjoy Minecraft roleplays. Like, I haven't even considered quitting anytime soon. Even when I go off to college, which I've given people a warning. That's next year. I go off to college next year. So, the one thing I can tell people is don't expect that much content for a few years during that phase. I plan to have other people in my team work on project ideas, send me everything, I watch through it, approve it, and post it. But me being in a lot of stuff during that phase will be very minute. And I can have some honesty here as well. My motivation also to go record a lot of things also has been kind of short because of other issues in my life that I will not be talking about on a stream in general, but on YouTube in general. It's privacy, personal stuff, and I don't like revealing a lot of my privacy on the internet. I don't like that. I like to keep my personal life more to myself. But I stand by this, and I'll say it again. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a series that I'm going to enjoy as much recording as I did for Yandere Afterlife and FNAF 7. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to have a project that's going to be that entertaining ever again on just the recording aspect for me. I don't think I ever will. It's rough to decide to actually sit down and want to explain to everybody what's been going on, and you can't even get your own words out. It is rough. It's rough. And I think everybody saw my post from Saturday. Saturday was a rough day for me. Because I've never really cared about sports extensively. Not really. And when I've actually cared about an NFL team who was striving to be good and had worked so hard for a good season, would actually watched every one of their games. And I was like actually enjoying watching the team play. To see a game be such a bummer as Saturday nights was sad. And I guess in some cases I haven't really gotten over it. It's just been rough. I know people probably tell me just like a different team. There's just something about a team that's never gotten there or won something, like the Texans, the Jack. Like, there's just something about that. That's just different. But what can I say? There's nothing I can do to fix it. I never did anything. I just am a viewer, a fan, that can't change any of it. But this is rough to be able to sit down and tell people about the stuff and about like what's been going on. I think in all honesty the best way to put it is every year, every project almost at this point, somebody drops out. And I never can figure out why. Most of the time never told why. And it's rough when that happens, because then you sit there going, what did I do wrong? And you never get an answer. Sometimes I get an answer and the answer just is like going, okay, I respect it, but I don't agree with it. But there's so many times where it's like, they just quit all of a sudden. No reason why, and they're out. And that's kind of what happened recently and why we now have to fight a recast for Friday the 13th and another project. It's gonna be rough. The situation we had to deal with If Things Were Different Part 2 with recasting was also pretty rough as well. Once she had been in for a while, I knew who it was going to be. But still, we were supposed to film both of those videos in April. I released one in April, one in May. Didn't happen. We got the first part released in May, and then we didn't even get to record it out to the second part until July or August. And we didn't get to release it until like October. And it's rough. To have a project you work so hard on, and then just have people that helps make it good just decide they're done. They just quit a project off on you and they never tell you why. It is rough. And just life is hard to deal with as well. It's just trying to find time and then have other people that have time. It is always the hardest thing to ever achieve. Availability from everybody. I'm gonna have to end the stream soon because I have to go do something today, and then maybe I'll record today. I don't know. I'm not gonna have like any of the people I need, so there's not really anything I can record. But it's... last year was a rough year during that second half of the year. So, I don't know how everything's gonna go in the next year. This year, I hope will be good. I'd hope that there's nothing but smooth sailing in the future, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think the person that quit before Friday the 13th will be the last. I don't think the situation that happened with If Things Were Different, I don't think that was the last time. It's gonna happen again, and I know it's a matter of time. And I'm just waiting till the day it's somebody really big and important to the whole channel and the whole fan base. And it's like, shoot, what do I do now? My whole team have done a great job, and I respect the heck out of all of them for the work they've been putting into helping me with my stuff. They've been some of the most hardest workers I've ever had. Night, the situation with If Things Were Different is quite simple. An actor got removed for lying a lot. I can't say who it was because I think there's no reason going after their name. No reason about it. But there's a few really big recasts in there. I'm gonna let the fans figure it out themselves. I'm not gonna say who it was. I'm not gonna go after somebody. I don't want my fans doing that. But my hope in this year is to be able to make everything I planned, have good projects, and be able to entertain people in a good way. Will all of that happen? It might. It also might not. I don't want to get my hopes up too bad and then get disappointed extensively when they don't work out. And even just my own life is rough. If my life could just go a little better, then I'd be doing alright. I'd probably have more time. I probably wouldn't be having a almost fully emotional stream right here. But it's just part of life. Things don't go always the way you want, and it's just part of the facts. Like I've said, I need it in the stream soon. If people want to ask more questions, they can leave questions in the comments, or they can go to the community post about the stream and leave questions there. Logan Passe, I don't know why you mean who's the murderer. I'm not playing the Miss Maisida or whatever it's called again because I've already beat the game. And second, I'm on here not playing any game mode. I'm just on here talking about my stuff because, in case you didn't know, this whole channel is Minecraft Roleplays. 95% of it. And so I'm updating people on that. I do the random other video game streams every once in a while. I need to put some other games on my list of wanting to try for fan appeal and just see if they want to see me play them or something like that. But like I've been doing, I thank everybody for sticking around. And I need to work on my life more than anything. And I need to focus on getting these projects done, but in a slower manner so that I'd actually get them done and done right, not in a rushed manner. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. There's other things I gotta go do today. This was just gonna be a short stream that I could just talk to you guys and, well, answer some questions, but there weren't that many questions that were asked, so. I hope everybody here enjoyed. Hope everybody gets the information they've been needing. I'll talk to everybody later. It's going to be a rough year, I say. A lot of changes going forward. I'll try to keep you guys more posted on like what's going on with content and stuff like that in the future, but for sure today, tomorrow will be another day, and we'll see. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you guys all later. Hope you guys got the updates you need. See everybody later on.